You know, I haven't slept in over 22 hours, and I'm like still awake. Beastars sustains me. So I figured I just finished chapter 59. It's uploading as we speak, so that's your present. um, I'm not tired. Well, I'm tired, but I'm not ready to knock out quite just yet. So I figured since it's been a while and I had fun during the last one, let's just keep it going until I can't do it anymore. Because I usually pump these chapters out like clockwork. So, uh, man, this is fun. So, mind you, I said before that I stopped doing these for a while. I have no context. Like, I have no frame of reference as to what happens in later chapters whatsoever. When I said I stopped, I stopped. Chapter 194 is where it ended. That's where I know. I have no prior information about the series. Um, you know, I have no prior information of the series moving forward. So anything I like come across, I'm gonna be coming to my own conclusion about things because when I said I wasn't, so when I stopped, I just didn't keep up with it. I didn't want to. I wanted my reviews to be fresh, so I just kind of just avoided all spoilers in general. Mind you, I don't care for spoilers at all. In fact, spoilers don't really ruin my they don't ruin things for me. In fact, spoilers make things even better because, if I get spoiled, so I'm like, "What? How'd that happen? How'd we get there? What happened with that?" It actually enhances my enjoyment of things, but I don't know. I'm just kind of happy that I'm getting a fresh experience with this even though it's come to an end and I'm late to the party as per usual. And I'm sure this has already been done, but who cares? This is my show. We're going to do things how I want to do it. So we're going to be continuing on from chapter 60, and I'm going to try to push to chapter 100 before the month is out. It's doable. I did 60 chapters in like a week, so it's completely possible. But we'll see. So, last we left off, they had a meeting on the roof. Legosi got called out on some nonsense again. Alba pretty much brought to Legosi's attention that he might just be idealizing Haru, right? Legosi ended up cucking himself out of a kiss with Haru, which makes sense. Um, and he ended up. It looks like he's about to get ambushed by Tim's killer, who's finally showing himself. So we will see what happens in this chapter. Let's get started. He failed to have his first kiss with Haru. Legosi is set on continuing his pursuit of Tim's killer, unaware of the ominous silhouette behind him. My nose is congested. It's not Rona, I promise. Let's see. Oh, flashback. This is when Tim was alive. Hey Tim, alpaca wool. Is alpaca wool different from sheep wool? Did you come? Where did you? Where did that come from? Nothing. Sorry for the weird question. Legosi reflects on a trivial conversation with the late Tim. Heh. Well, alpaca was more delicate. You can touch my wool if you want. Aw. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so small stuff like that is what I like to see. It shows that Tim is very comfortable. Man, that makes it even sadder. And let me tell you, before Tim actually had a huge glow up because I, if you remember Tim from the first chapter, Tim was fugly. Like all the character designs were kind of rough. They were much more humanoid. Now they're like more, they're more animated. They're cartoon looking. They're more cartoonish. They're just more lively. That shows Haru. I mean, not Haru. Paru Itagaki is really coming into her own and getting much more comfortable with their art style. Very much more expressive than what they were. Cleaner lines. It's just this is nice to see. Tim glowed up, and I'm happy to see it. But anyway, back to my train of thought. The fact that he's letting Legosi just touch him, because mind you, it's easy to just view these guys as like as people because we relate to them so much, but at the end of the day they're animals, right? And Legosi, he doesn't even flinch at Legosi's sharp claws. He trusts Legosi completely to just, you know, to touch, his fur. on his neck, which is a vital area, mind you. Say if like there was an accident were to happen. But no, he doesn't even flinch. So the person who ate Tim, it had to be someone he knew. Maybe someone he was close with? I don't know. But that's, I don't know. Because if you remember, he was wounded on his shoulder, or was it his arm? It was something like that, and he was running. So I wonder if he was in the same situation. Not a situation, well, if something similar happened and then things went wrong. I don't know. Because we saw what happened when Legosi gets the scent of blood and he goes crazy, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but small stuff like this is what I look at. That's really nice. It shows you just how much they were friends. Because even though Legosi was a recluse, even he has his like connections with people, which is something I feel like we can we can relate to. We always have that one friend we could just talk to. Everybody has somebody. You're right. Huh. Sheesh. Why am I remembering that now? My friendship with Tim was pretty mild. Now that I think about it, he was still a good friend though. Why did he think about that? Maybe. Why did he? Why did this memory come up? It seems so unrelated. But maybe it is related because maybe his murder came from. Originally, it came from a place of trust, I guess. Because this is what I got from this whole panel right here. This is trust right here. Him trusting Legosi not to hurt him, right? He doesn't view Legosi as anything but a friend, you know. Compared to what compare this is a stark contrast to how we mind you. Tim is the very first person we see in this show. Not show. Why I keep saying that? This manga, right? He's the very first. He's the very first animal we see, and it's him running away, about to get freaking murdered, right? And this is him at rest, compared to what he said before about how, what did he say? I think he said carnivores are monsters or something like that. I'll have to read the first chapter again. I got the books right here, but yeah. So he was something traumatic must to have happened besides him getting attacked, you know? Let me stop talking. Let me just continue. I lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna try and recover it. Anyway, so we see these shadows lurking. That's because Legosi doesn't notice the aura that's behind him. That's intent to kill right there. I want to find Tim's killer, not because of a sense of personal duty, but because... Finish your sentence, but he finally noticed the wind is coming from him breathing out. Oh, he went for the charge immediately. Damn, okay. So it's still a silhouette. Okay, Legosi just got decked. That's a big dude. That's a big dude, okay. Huge. Uh-oh. Did something happen? Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No. You gotta be kidding me. Fuck. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're back on track. So he got the wind knocked out of him. How did he get behind me? Who is he? How did he get behind them? Because there's no, that's just too convenient. There's no way he was waiting in that bush completely. I mean, not that bush, that tree, without Legosi noticing him. And did he knock him through? Okay. Because there's no opening through that fence. Whatever, anime logic. Who is he? There's the shoe right there. Ever since chapter 1, it's that shoe. He's the only one that has these shoes. He's got me. Is he trying to prevent me from seeing him? He is. He doesn't want you to know. Is he the killer? He's big. This is bad. Who are you? Hey! What? The pressure from his foot is paralyzing my entire body. Damn it. Shit. Shit. Oh, he's just beating his ass. Oh, this is sad. What's happening? What's that sound? Something's being dragged on the ground. Ah, okay, he got the drop on Legosi real good. Actually overpowering him. That claw, okay. Still in shadows. Now it makes sense. This guy knew I had a cold and that I couldn't use my nose. Ah, okay, so yep. So pretty much what I said from last chapter. The only people that were in like the frame to see that, it's fucking Riz. It has to be Riz. That's the only logical conclusion. It's Riz. Just say it's Riz. He planned this attack. Who are you? Uh-huh. Got the drop on you because he knew. Because he knew he could. Ooh, that strength. The same strength that busted through the door and left that like big like dent in it. What are you after? What the hell? I don't feel any pain from my head. I probably has a concussion. Is this a threat? Is this you saying don't pursue me? You've been very careful. You've been very confident in your strength. But I don't see what you're trying to prove by beating me while I'm disabled. As a fellow carnivore, I'm ashamed. If you're out to kill more herbivores in this school, then you'll have to kill me first. I will stop your murders, if it's the last thing I do. Legosi, I don't understand why he's putting himself on the... Alright, the thing about statements like that, Legosi doesn't have to do any of this. He could just go home and call it a day. But he didn't really say why he wanted to find Tim's killer. Right? I think it's just, personally, I think it's just a pride thing with Legosi. Because this could have easily been him. Because if we think back to the beginning of the series where he almost ate Haru, this guy could have easily, Legosi could have easily been in the same shoes as this guy. So, I don't know. I can't wait to see more motivation regarding that. Ooh, okay, so he's winding up. That's what's happening in this scene. He's winding up for a big headbutt. Legosi could easily just take the headband off, the blindfold. And he's bleeding too. Alpaca wool is more delicate. You can touch it if you want. Why is he still thinking of that? Oh, okay. So is he gonna maybe... Because if he can't see, right? How is he gonna figure out the features? He can't smell, and he can't see. So what do? Touch. He has to get a hold of them to figure out those features. So let's see. Tim, I'm sorry for thinking our friendship was mild. It is horribly irregular for a carnivore to be friends with a herbivore. That is something we carnivores should never forget. You don't know what it feels like to be an animal whose life is always in danger. Flashback to Haru. She was right at that time. Haru is harsh, but I think I understand now. I need to make it up to the herbivores. Okay, so Legosi's finally starting to understand what it's like to be in a helpless situation. This is what Haru felt like. I don't know if he's scared. He should be scared at least. Like, Like there's no help coming. As far as I know, there's no help coming for him. He's alone. He only has himself and his own strength right now, and his strength failed him. Right? His abilities, his natural abilities have failed him. All because of a slip up. He was not careful. Like, I don't know why. It makes sense why he'd be naive like this, because, he's like, oh, let's go find the killer. No. If they killed and you have an idea of the strength that they had from what they did to the door, you'd think you'd be much more on guard, right? Especially since you were going around accusing people in your class of committing a murder. You would think he'd watch his back a little bit more carefully. But then again, Legosi's an alpha. He's an alpha predator, right? It's not, because remember, these are animals, so it makes sense why he's never been challenged like this. I'm sorry, I said alpha predator, apex predator. So what's he saying? He's mumbling something, so the killer gets closer. Okay, what's he gonna do? Bruh. What? Wait. That's his plan? What is he doing? To French kiss him? He surpasses me in strength, so I can't use force to find out his identity, but I can at least find the clues using my senses of taste and touch. Slobber. He's all... Oh, come on, man. He's drooling in his mouth? Really? Well, that's a... I can't even be mad. This didn't come out of nowhere. It really didn't. That's a very Legosi thing to do. And I say that because he was focused during the Bale fight, right? But if we think back to the Shishigumi arc when it was him and Goin versus those lions, remember when Legosi caught that one lion's fist and he, like, instead of doing a counter or something, he was in his own head and he took time to, like, caress his fist, and the lion was like, what the fuck are you doing? And so he's silly like that. Legosi's really fucking he's really freaking dumb, right? But he's smart in his own way, and this is just one of those Legosi-isms right here. So if it works, it works. Okay, so he has him in a grapple. This is so uncomfortable. How's his teeth? Does it taste like meat? Give it to me. Give it to me, damn it. Give me your saliva. Ugh. You see the drool he really got up in his mouth. He just knocks him out. Oh my god. Okay, you see these lines? Those are sweat lines. So the killer's trying to get away from Legosi. He's freaked out now. I don't know if it's from the kiss. Well, of course, it's from the kiss, but yeah, I think it's more shock right now. That's what I'm getting from this. Oh, Legosi was even tied up. Okay, that makes more sense now. He can move his arms, so he couldn't fight back because he got knocked out. Okay, so Legosi is very much right. It was a message. If the killer wanted him dead, Legosi would be dead right now, instead of just tied up and beaten. So what happens next? Okay, so he's running. That's fucked up. Okay, so it's kind of ironic how Legosi turned down his first kiss with Haru, and technically his first kiss was with this killer right here. It has to be Riz. Pretty sure it's a freaking bear. It has to be. I'm guessing he got scared away and ran. I'm feeling dizzy now. I gotta stay conscious. I need to remember this flavor. Are you kidding me? If I knew he was gonna be my first kiss, then I would have kissed Haru without hesitation. No kidding. He just can't catch a break. Jeez. Classic high school drama at its finest. So that's the end of the chapter. That was a wild ride, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen next. Predictions for next chapter? Well, let's see. Okay, Legosi's... He's tied up. How's he gonna get out? Well, he could probably just break these with his teeth, but I don't think Legosi's gonna be moving for quite some time, so someone's gonna find... Alright, so someone has to come and find him right now, because he's bleeding from his head, has a concussion, he's dizzy. So he's just in a really bad situation. Man, it's kind of weird. Like, okay, so no one came for him. Well, why would they? Maybe, I don't know. How's he gonna get out of this? If his wound is as bad as it looks, he's not gonna be going anywhere on his own. Where's Jack when you need him? Oh well. Well, we'll just find out next chapter. So, I hope you enjoyed it. That was chapter 60. I will see you during chapter 61. If I have more energy, I'll just do it tonight. Why not? So, I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it yourself. I will see you during chapter 61. Bye now.